Today's subject is about Candida, a horrible thing to have, causes skin issues, tiredness, and a host of other problems. You don't want an overgrowth of Candida. Candida is a microbe that everyone has, and it's actually life-preserving, because when blood sugar levels get too high, the Candida eats the sugar, and then it dies off. However, most people get this wrong. Doctors, healthcare practitioners, even alternative care people, they get this wrong. It's not sugar that's the culprit. Sugar is something everyone needs. Everyone has sugar in their bloodstream. If you didn't have it, you'd be dead. Okay, you would die without sugar in your blood. You need that. However, you want a balance. You don't want too much, which leads to diabetes and a host of other problems. So, how do we get rid of Candida fast? It's very simple. The culprit in Candida is fat. You're on a diet too high in saturated fats. Now, saturated fats come from all animal-based foods, okay? Dairy, eggs, everything, fish, chicken, meat, tons loaded with fat. But also avocados, nuts, seeds, very high in fat. And then people are eating, they're drizzling olive oil, they're using coconut oil when they cook, different things like that. And oils are just 100% fat minus the fiber and the water content that was in the olive or the coconut. So what happens is when you're on a high-fat diet, the sugar metabolism is no longer functioning. It gets stuck in the bloodstream and is not delivered to the cells where you need it. So you're not getting any energy. That's why you're tired. Now, what's causing it is you have to remember that fat is a gooey, sticky substance. All kinds of fat, they're gooey and they're sticky. Insulin receptors that pick up the sugar, they uptake it and they transport it and deliver it to the cells, no longer function properly. There is too much fat in the bloodstream. It coats the insulin receptors, it coats the sugar itself, it's in the bloodstream, and the sugar uptake is not properly functioning. It can't get out of the bloodstream because everything is clogged with this coating of fat. So that's the reason why. Candida can be easily solved just by going off all overt fats. Do that for 1 week and your Candida is going to get under control. And then when you go back to eating fats, when you go back to eating fats, you have to make sure that you stay low fat. And that's where a lot of people miss the boat. They don't understand what low fat really is. You have to remember there is fat in everything we eat, including watermelon, oranges, bananas. There's fat in everything. But people think they can just, gorge on nuts or avocados and, not suffer the consequences. And that's not the case. Fat is fat. I mean, granted, avocados and nuts are a healthier fat source than a dead animal, but, you're still going to end up with a clogged bloodstream, and you don't want that. So that's my recommendation. You want to get rid of Candida fast? Eat no overt fats, no nuts, seeds, avocados, and obviously no animal-based products. for 1 week, and you're going to start to feel better, and you're going to get your Candida is going to be under control. It's going to be functioning the way it should. And then when you go back to eating, overt fats, that's the key. You've got to be low fat. And what do I mean by low fat? Most people miss the boat here because they don't realize how little we need. We only need 10% of our caloric intake for the day. Let's just say you ate a totally plant-based diet for the day, but you had 1.5 ounces, an ounce or two of nuts mixed in with a salad or something like that. The percentage of fat that you would be getting that day could be up to like 15%. And I only recommend 10% of calories, but that's okay once in a while to get 15%, and then you don't eat any overt fats for another 3 days or whatever, and then you have a little bit more. But you don't need much. 1 or 2 ounces of nuts, you're talking just a little handful. If you made a salad dressing with some orange juice and some scallions or whatever, with some almonds or cashews, whatever nut you choose, only use small portions. And don't do it every day. Don't do it every day, because you're going to get up above 10%. You want a 10% average, let's say a weekly average of 10%. So that means you're only going to have those overt fats like some nuts, seeds, or avocados maybe 2 times a week, 3 maximum. Okay, so 2 times a week for fats, maybe 3 maximum, and keep your portions low, and you'll have Candida under control. You can take this to the bank. You'll have it under control for the rest of your life. So, it's worth it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say, oh man, I love my fat. And, I grew up on a huge fat diet. Pot roast, porterhouse steaks, hamburgers were daily fare in my household. But, so I was used to a high fat diet, and, I do crave fat sometimes. But, I've learned over the years that I'd much rather feel good. Let me put it that way. I'd much rather feel great than, overeat fat and deal with problems. So I hope this has helped. Please subscribe to the channel. I know what you're going to, and remember, if you have Candida, it's not a good thing, and it can lead to other things. It's an early warning sign of you're headed towards diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. So solve it now and be done with it, and learn a new way of eating. That new way is awesome. I'll tell you what, I experience tastes now that I never experienced before, because I've eliminated all that fat, which has no taste, starches, which have no taste, so your taste buds open up when you start to eat food in its natural state, and you're not, pouring all these excitochemicals on top of it. So all the best, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give me a like, a thumbs up, and let your friends know. And browse around while you're here. Watch some videos while you're here. That's going to help me grow the channel, and I appreciate that very, very much. Take care, guys. To your health success. All the best.